What's up guys, welcome to today's video, and in this one I'm going to show you the easiest and most straightforward way to unwrap your mesh, ideally your low poly mesh for game assets. So as you can see here, pretty decent unwrap, not perfect, no unwrap is going to be perfect, but pretty damn flawless. Like here on the front it's a little bit iffy, but these are all things we can manage as we go. So let's go ahead and get started. So let's start this one from scratch. I'll remove the UV map here, and as you can see, when I go to the UV editor, we have absolutely no UVs in here. So I'll go ahead and clear the seams and show you exactly how I would approach something like this. So make sure first of all your mesh is completely joined together, meaning all your modifiers are applied and the mesh is just one single object. There are a few different strategies. Sometimes it's easier to unwrap separate objects and then join everything together and pack the islands into one. I won't be discussing that in this video. I'll just be assuming you have this as one single mesh because that's like the most straightforward way to demonstrate UVs. But if you have separate objects, it's completely fine to unwrap those manually and then join everything together after the fact and then pack the islands if you want to go that route. It doesn't really matter. So right now I have this hard surface object. It has some curves in it to give it a little bit more of an organic feel, but nothing super crazy. So the easiest and most straightforward way to unwrap, even when you have n-gons on the flat surfaces like this, is to simply select based off of the sharp edges, and there's one single button you have to press to do that. And all we have to do is go up here to select. Let's go into edge mode, select, and then we're going to go to select sharp edges, and now we have this selection here. So essentially this is going to pick up most of the edges we need to mark a seam on. Now sometimes the angle, the sharpness angle, doesn't quite pick up, so usually what you'll have to do is pick up some of the slack. Like what you could do is adjust the sharpness angle and it'll kind of tweak things, but 30 degrees is usually a good middle ground. But there might be some areas like right here that did not get picked up, so we'll have to go in and select that. Let's see what else it might have missed. I don't think it missed much else. If it did, we can, go upon that route once it comes, but once you've done that and you've pretty much selected all the necessary sharp edges here, the easiest way to get a nice seam is to press Ctrl E and then mark the seam. And now we have a seam in probably the most clean location we need them in. So the easiest way to get a clean unwrap is to make sure all your seams are on the hard edges in your object, which we've done here. That is why we did this selection button for the sharper edges on the hard surface mesh. So let's go ahead and unwrap this. What we're going to do is pull out the UV editor, and we're just going to select everything and press U and then unwrap. Reason we're not going with the Smart UV Project option is because generally it's a lot worse. Actually in this case it wasn't too bad, but I'm still going to go with the manual unwrap. Okay, so we have this island right here. What we need to do at this point is preview the actual grid on top of this thing. Now if you don't have a grid, this little checkered grid, really easy. All you have to do is press the new key, change the size to 4K, which is what I use, and then we'll go here and go to the UV grid, and I'll just name this, I don't know, preview, and click OK. And then all we have to do is apply this in the node editor. So let's go here to our shader editor. We're going to go to the object tab, make sure you have a material applied here, and basically all you do is you add in an image texture, and then you click the drop down, select that checker, connect it to base color, and then if we go into material view, we can preview our UVs. So this result right off the bat is pretty clean. As you can see, pretty much all the way around is an okay unwrap. There are issues, especially with the more cylindrical pieces, because cylinders are usually going to have a visible seam somewhere in there. So if we kind of go here to the bottom, it's kind of warped on this one. This is a massive issue. This is not good, and the reason for that is because of this pipe right here. See how it's not unwrapped properly? We want it to unwrap according to that curvature. So the easiest way to manage objects like this is to simply apply a seam in an area where you're not going to really see it. In this case, we'll probably see the front pretty well, but maybe here in the back we won't really see the seam, so we'll go in here. And then on this one we'll go in here and Alt-Shift click and then Control E to mark the seam. Let's go ahead and unwrap it again. Now that looks a lot better. So same exact idea for the cylinder right here. We're going to need to Alt-Shift-Click and Control-E mark seam and unwrap it again. Now we have a much cleaner unwrap on that one. The reason we have to apply seams manually on a cylinder is because by default the curvature, the edges of the curvature making up the cylinder are not sharp edges, so they're not going to get picked up when we do this selection up here. So unfortunately we have to do our selections manually, so not a big deal. We'll just go up here to this one as well, Alt-Shift-Click, Control-E mark seam, and unwrap that one. Much cleaner. Same for the handle up here. This one is a bit warped, so we'll go and select a seam in the back that we can't really see, so let's get these two. Control-E and mark seam. You know the drill. That one's a lot cleaner now. This one is a bit warped, this little connecting thing. I don't know what you want to call it, but let's see. Maybe we'll go down here and just do one seam. It's not the cleanest seam, but I think it'll get the job done okay. Yeah, that'll work. This one's not physically connected, so this one's probably just going to be a bit like skewed right there. We could come in here and take this face and just move it up manually to kind of match it a bit better. If you really wanted to get specific with it, just kind of match that, but you're probably not going to really notice that anyway, so I'm not going to worry too much. Now this here in the front, there's a bit too much stretching here. This is going to cause quite a few problems with textures, and it's just not going to look good. So there's not going to be a really easy way to hide the seams in this one, so what I'm going to try is just to simply do something like this and see if the seam is decent enough to not be like crazy from a distance, but I don't really like that. Let's try putting the seam maybe right here instead. Control-E and mark seam. No, it's going to be worse, isn't it? Yeah, I think this is going to be our best bet right here. Control-E, mark seam, and unwrap that. There's a few other spots you could try. You could perhaps try something like this, just control clicking around and doing something like that. It's just it's going to be the same type of thing no matter where you go. So right here is probably the best bet. We'll unwrap that, and if you really wanted to, you could try to like manually move these things around, but it's not awful, so I'm going to go ahead and leave it alone. We'll do the same thing on this side. Let's go ahead and unwrap that. I just noticed we missed this one. We could just symmetrize. Symmetrizing will get the same effect, but it doesn't really matter if you come in here and symmetrize. I mean, it's not gonna, change too much, but you will have to dissolve out the new edge in the middle, which is fine. Dissolve that one out and dissolve this area out. Unwrap one more time. There we go. Alright, so this thing is looking pretty good. We're on a good track to finishing this unwrap. Now, I don't think there's anything else missing, is there? Perhaps this cylinder. This cylinder is a bit too warped around this part right here, so what we're going to do is drop a seam right there on the bottom. Let's deselect this portion. Get rid of that. Control-E and mark seam. And unwrap that one. A little bit better. We don't need a seam right here because that's just going to give us problems. Let's go ahead and clear that seam. Unwrap again. It's not too bad. It's a bit too rotated. I'm going to try to make the unwrap a bit more static. So we'll go ahead and put a seam right there. It's a bit cleaner. Yeah, it's not too bad. There is going to be a seam on the bottom and on the top, but I don't think we'll actually see it unless we really walk up to it and take a look, so not a big deal. So it's almost done. There are a few more things you need to consider. I'll show you those. So the first one is right here. We have two seams on this chamfer. No need for that, so we'll go ahead and deselect these two all the way along the edge. Control-E and clear the seam and unwrap that one to make it a bit cleaner. Also right here, I'm not too much of a fan of the fall off. There's no real connection, so I'm gonna go ahead and deselect this portion. We'll just control click down all the way to the bottom. Same for this area. Control-E and clear the seam and unwrap that one. That's a bit better. And yeah, this isn't awful. This is probably a good unwrap for what we need in texturing and things like that, so I wouldn't worry about it. If there's like any slight warps or something like right here, not a big deal. So this is a good unwrap, good textile density, good everything. So at this point we're going to go ahead and just do one quick overview and then take this into Substance Painter. So just make sure you didn't miss anything big, no bad warps or distortions. Anything like that is going to be a big no-no for our unwrapping, but this did a pretty good job. I don't see anything super problematic here. Let's select these and remark those. I'm not sure why those got deselected. Like that. Okay. Yeah, this is a good unwrap. This is something that's going to work very well in Substance Painter, and if there are any visible seams that really bother you, you can generally easily mask those out by using some sort of painting techniques in Substance. So we're going to go ahead and get this thing ready for export and importing into Substance. So once you're done, all you have to do is simply select the object, make sure a material's added, but that probably has already been done because otherwise you wouldn't be able to preview the UVs. So now what we're going to do is go to File and then export it as an FBX file. So File, Export, FBX, we're going to export this and click on Selected Objects, and we'll just rename this to, I'll just do UV example, and we're done. At this point all you have to do is bring it into Substance Painter, so I'm going to go ahead and open this as a 4K document resolution. We'll go ahead and select the asset, click OK. This is one I made previously, but it has the same unwrap, so no big deal. And there you go. So now if you go in, you can bake your textures, you can bake whatever you need. And if we were to add on a material, maybe we'll do something with a bit more detail. Actually, let me bake out my maps first and then we'll do that. So I'm going to go in here and select my high poly version, which is right here. We'll do 4K for the output. Change a few of these things, turn off position and thickness. And let's match this by name and do like 4 times anti-aliasing and bake that out. And now if we add a material to this, you should be able to see pretty clearly that our, let's do this one, our textures are pretty high detail, the resolution's nice. Let's do a different one. We'll do like this one instead, or perhaps this guy right here. And as you can see, the texture is super high resolution, textile density is nice enough to make it not look like blotchy or blurry. And that is how you get a nice UV unwrap and bring it into a software like Substance for texturing. So thanks a bunch for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned a lot about UV unwrapping and can apply this to your own projects. So if you enjoyed the video, definitely check out our Patreon account. We have all sorts of custom tutorials and cool stuff over there that I really think you'll enjoy. But other than that, appreciate you watching. Hope it helped out in some way, and I'll see you in the next video.